Hey there, fans. Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. We're here at Flagler Gymnasium at the Clark Family Court for today's matchup between the Flagler Saints and the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. Announcing the starters right now down on the court for Georgia Southwestern. We're going to be looking at Tim Hall Jr., the freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, at forward. Jalen Johnson, the guard, a senior from Durham, North Carolina, transfer from Lenoir Rhine University. Christian Kuntz, number 10, at guard, followed by number 11, Jaquan Moore from Teachney, North Carolina, the freshman, having a great season so far. And rounding out the starting five for the Hurricanes, number 15, Bryce Turner, will be at Florida, at forward, a local kid from Jacksonville, Florida. So happy to have him back in the Sunshine State. Now over for Flagler, we're going to be looking at Spencer Bain, Tyler Collier, Jalen Barr, Malik Bryant, and Jack Webster. It all makes perfect sense. It is senior day here at Flagler. And it's going to be the 5 seniors for Flagler. Senior Day brought to you by Flagler Hospital of St. Augustine. If you're ever injured or in an accident, check out Flagler Hospital of St. Augustine. Highly recommend. And the fans giving a warm reception to our seniors. First off, it is Spencer Bain. So both teams coming into play in similar spots in the Peach Belt Conference. Flagler is 4th in the standings. They sit at 17 and 10 overall, 10 and 7 in PBC play. Flagler coming off a 4-game winning streak where they've beat Clayton State, Columbus State, USC Beaufort, and finally Lander back on February 28th. They won that one by 24 points, had the lead all the way up in the 30s. A dominant performance over the third-place team in the Peach Belt. On the other side, Georgia Southwestern coming off a win against Clayton State. They've won 1 in a row. They're sitting at 6th place here in the Peach Belt Conference, 16 and 11 overall, but 8 and 9 in PBC play. So hoping to get some momentum. Both teams are going into the Peach Belt Conference tournament. That's going to be next week, March 6th and 7th. So we're just about wrapped up as Jalen Barr is introduced on the court. The cheerleaders will disperse. Lewis the Lion heads to the sideline, and we are just about ready to get started here in St. Augustine. Should be a great matchup between Georgia Southwestern and Flagler College. So if you were with us for the early window game, it was the women's edition of this matchup. Georgia Southwestern, the number 20th ranked team, was able to take down Flagler by a double-digit score. It was close for the most part, but in the fourth quarter, the Hurricanes were able to pull away. We'll see if it's a repeat of that here in the men's game, or if Flagler can take one, making it 5 straight for them. It'll be Jalen Barr and Tim Hall Jr. on the tip. Barr wins the tip, sends it back to Malik Bryant, and we are underway here in St. Augustine. Bain swings it to Webster. Webster looking. Gets it to Jalen Barr. Spencer Bain back to Barr. Barr drives with the spin. The right-handed finish off the glass. Jalen Barr, welcome to senior day, young man. 2-0 Flagler early on. Jalen Johnson, the player to watch for Georgia Southwestern. He drives and kicks. And that one is Jaquan Moore, the freshman who has come on strong for the Hurricanes. He nails the first triple of the day. Bryant, and it's pickpocketed. That time it's who else? Jalen Johnson. And good on the triple is Christian Kuntz. So we're going to be saying Kuntz, Johnson, Jaquan Moore. We're going to be saying those names a lot. Jalen Johnson first in the Peach Belt in steals. You just saw him get one there. And Flagler having to regroup. Spencer Bain drives. He has Collier. Collier fires. No good. And Webster almost able to come down with it. So was Barr, but he knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be Georgia Southwestern ball going the other way. So Jalen Johnson, the point guard from Durham, North Carolina, in his senior season for the Hurricanes. We mentioned he's first in the Peach Belt in steals. He's also 12th in points per game, just over 15. And that leads Georgia Southwestern. He fires his first three, no good. Collier battling for it with Bryce Turner. He's able to come down with it. Spencer Bain over to Bryant. Bryant on the wing. Good cut there by Collier, but not able to feed him. It's Barr. Going inside, Jalen Barr, no good, but they will get Jaquan Moore on the foul, the first one for either side.
Foul is on number 11, Jaquan Moore.
That'll send Jalen Barr to the free throw line. He's sitting at 63.6% on the season, so pretty solid.
He'll shoot two.
Barr's first attempt, no good, off the front of the rim. Barr's second attempt is good. Makes it a three-point game here with just over 18 to play in the first half. Kuntz hands it back to Johnson. Johnson with Bryant defending. Dishes to Kuntz. They're attacking Webster. Kuntz with the fadeaway. Nice shot by Christian Kuntz with Jack Webster all over him. Fades away, but is able to hit it. And Barr is going to drive again, and they get tangled up. Oh, they're going to say it's Flagler ball. From our angle, it looks like it went off Collier last. The Hurricanes not happy with that call, but man, lucky break there for Flagler. So Jax Bachknight is going to come in for Webster. Webster gets a round of applause as he exits the game. Oh, Collier got a little bit tripped there. A lot of hands there from Hall. He is defending Collier well. Collier goes up, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Goes up the left side, no good. Jalen Barr's on the ground. And they are tangled up. This is going to be a jump ball. It will be possession to the Hurricanes, if so. Yeah, they're going to call that a jump ball. So Georgia Southwestern will gain possession. Checking in, Jalen Jordan for Georgia Southwestern. He's 15th in the Peach Belt in rebounds per game, first for the Hurricanes in that category. So Jalen Johnson walking it up slowly. Hall sets a pick. Johnson goes the other way. Oh, he loses control, out of bounds. Hey, he found space. It was a great drive using the pick and going the other way. Just unable to hang on to the ball. Bachknight, back to Bain, back to Bachknight. They're going to try and trap. We saw that also in the women's game. Malik Bryan, he thought about it. Going to just dish it back out to Spencer Bain. And a great look inside to Bachknight. What a pass by Jalen Barr. An excellent play design by the Saints to make this a three-point game as Johnson tries to drive and distribute again. Fires it out to Kuntz. Kuntz hands it off to Jaquan Moore. Moore wants Kuntz in the post. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Bachknight. It looks like their feet may have gotten tangled. And that'll be the first one on Jax. All right, Jalen Johnson facilitating the offense. Just over 16 and a half to play in the first half. They're going to give it back to Johnson. He's looking. As Jordan. This time it's Johnson. Back to Jordan. Oh, and he's unable to corral it. Active hands in there by Tyler Collier. And it was last off of Jalen Jordan and out of bounds. So the Saints will get the ball back. 8-5 here. Bachknight trying to just go by Jaquan Moore. They're going to use Collier on the inside. He has Spencer Bain. Bain thought about it. He's going to drive with the fake. Oh, great pass out to Bachknight. No good. Rebounded there by Jalen Jordan, and the Hurricanes will go the other way. Jaquan Moore on the wing, defended by Barr. They'll Looking inside. This time it's Hall. Hall is able to finish off the glass. His first bucket of the day makes it a 10-5 game. Georgia Southwestern leads. Malik Bryant backing him down. Excellent finish in the post by Malik Bryant. Not a size advantage there, but it doesn't matter for Malik Bryant. Excellent play down low. Jalen Johnson driving. There he has Jordan. Jordan inside. Unable to finish. Bain goes to the ground. Oh, they're going to say Bucknight was out of bounds. They're going to say it was out of bounds on Georgia Southwestern. Interesting. And it looks like we're going to have our first media timeout of the game. So the score 10-7, Georgia Southwestern leads with 15:20 to go. Hey, before we go to commercial break, I want to thank some of our sponsors, the St. Augustine Marina for boat sales and service. Check out St. Augustine Marina. Birchall & Company Real Estate, and finally, Moe's. I might be stopping into Moe's after this to grab a nice fresh burrito, only at Moe's. All right, enjoy this performance from our cheer team. We'll be back in a second out of this timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. All right, fans, welcome back to Flagler College. Out of the timeout here. First time we've seen both Destin Clark and Omar Figueroa for the Saints, the two leading scorers on this team. Destin Clark, 7th in the Peach Belt in points per game, averaging 16.9 coming into play. He touches the ball for the first time there. Bucknight up top, hands it off to Clark. Clark normally the facilitator, but Figueroa helps him with that as well. Both of them so dangerous with the ball in their hands. Great pass by Clark, and it's Jalen Barr inside, able to kiss it off the glass. And right on cue, it was Destin Clark distributing. He's 9th in assists per game, 3rd on the team. Jalen Johnson gives it to Jordan. Jordan trying to back down Barr. He goes up the left hand and rolls it on in. An excellent finish there by Jordan. Bucknight, he has Figueroa. Figueroa from the corner. Oh, in and out, no good. And Jalen Johnson comes down with the board. Fires that one out to Jaquan Moore. Back to Johnson, no good, but it's rebounded by Hall. Hall finds Johnson cutting. Excellent finish by Jalen Johnson. So we know Jalen Johnson's going to want to shoot the 3 ball. He's 3rd in the Peach Belt in 3-pointers made with 63 this year. 8 behind the leader, Omar Figueroa. Destin Clark backing his way down into the paint, and he is on the board with his first points of the day. So both teams going back and forth, 14-11 here with just under 14 to play. Jaquan Moore with the ball in the wing. Working on Bucknight, he shoots no good, rebounded by Barr. Oh, a nice spin by Barr. Fires over to Clark, who pump fakes. Destin Clark on the floater. They're going to call a block as well, and Destin Clark has a chance at a 3-point play. And the body control so impressive from Destin Clark as he goes up, able to initiate some contact.
Destin Clark steps to the foul line for the Saints.
Destin Clark shooting 77.4%. That's 10th in the Peach Belt in free throw percentage. He's 2nd on the team in that category. He'll have his first free throw of the day. That one is no good as Collier and Jordan fight for it. Going the other way is Jaquan Moore with speed. Fires it out to Jalen Johnson. Johnson drives right, he's in. Great look to Jordan, who finishes with the left hand off the glass. And Jalen Johnson has been a problem so far for Flagler. Buck Knight somehow ended up with that ball. Destin Clark wanted to slow things down. He gets it pickpocketed. It goes right to Buck Knight. And great hands there. And Deontay Petrie. The ball goes the other way. Georgia Southwestern. And a nice finish there by Christian Kuntz. There's Mason Manning, number 2, the freshman, checking in the first time we've said his name. He fires to Destin Clark, who is then fouled. We'll see if that was a shooting foul or on the floor. It looks like they're going to get Jaquan Moore with that one. And it will be Destin Clark going to the line, so 0 for 1 today. And he hits his first free throw of the game.
That foul is on Jaquan Moore.
Clark's second free throw is good. And it's back to a 3-point game. So Jalen Barr is going to check back in for Destin Clark. Checking in again, Tim Hall for the Hurricanes. It's Hall, Petrie, Johnson, followed by Kuntz and Bryce Turner for the Canes. Johnson fires a three-pointer, no good. And it's off the top of the backboard, so it'll be an automatic out-of-bounds. Ball goes the other way. Yeah, as we mentioned, Jalen Johnson, third in the Peach Belt in three-pointers made. He is no stranger to firing from deep, and he can get going. Oh, Johnson and Figueroa working on each other right now. Two players who like to shoot the three. There's Figueroa. He is in! Omar Figueroa ties this game up. It's his 72nd three-pointer of the season. Good for first in the Peach Belt. Petrie backing him down. Johnson thought about it. He's going to go back to Petrie. The lefty shoots from the corner. No good. Great job by Mason Manning. Boxing out, draws the foul as he's pulled to the ground. And it looks like, yeah, we're going to get another timeout on the court. So all knotted up at 18 apiece, 11:41 to go. Before we go to a break here, I want to thank a few more of our wonderful presenting sponsors. First, Hero of Florida. Hey, for heavy equipment resources, check out HeroFL.com. The Stellar Group, taking solutions further. And finally, South State Bank. We're going to take a break here. Enjoy another performance from our lovely cheerleaders. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back here in Flagler Gymnasium right after this. All right, fans, we're back from that timeout here. The score all tied up at 18 apiece. 11:41 to go here in the first half. It'll be Flagler ball. We have Mason Manning, Jax Bucknight, Omar Figueroa, Jalen Barr, and Tyler Collier on the court for the Saints. And he fires to Collier. Collier with the slam. Excellent pass from Bucknight. Nobody was covering Tyler Collier. And that gives the Saints the lead 20-18 here in the first half. So Kuntz back to Johnson up top. Johnson gets it to Petrie. Petrie inside. There's Hall working on Collier. Oh, and he throws it right to Jax. He takes it the other way. He looked a little surprised at that. And Jax, he's going to fire a three. Why not? No good. Into the hands of Bryce Turner. Johnson goes up. Oh, Kuntz took a few steps there trying to corral it. They'll let him play on. Jalen Johnson with Figueroa guarding. Kuntz goes in with the left hand. Oh, looks like it was blocked by Manning. They're going to get him with a foul, though. He does not like that call. And that'll likely be 2 shots for Christian Kuntz. Kuntz, a very good free throw shooter at 81.3% entering play. That's second on the team, 9th in the Peach Belt. And Kuntz is good on the first one. Checking back in, Jalen Jordan, the big body underneath for the Canes. And Kuntz' second free throw is good. So we're all tied up again, this time at 20. Knight back to Manning. Manning has come on very strong as a freshman, playing some vital minutes off the bench in the majority of these games. And he's played in all now 28. Hasn't started yet, but I'm sure we'll be seeing him in the starting lineup a lot in the future. Figueroa feeds Collier. Oh, a lot of contact there. The ball goes right to Figueroa, who fires the 3, no good, and Mason Manning heads up play to get that rebound. Knight with the triple, no good. Figueroa battling with Jordan. Jordan on the ground. And a smart play there. Georgia Southwestern is going to call a timeout to keep possession. So still tied up at 20, about halfway through this first half. This first half is brought to you by who else? St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory for services as unique as life. And also let's thank Hybrid Design, advertising, graphic design, and marketing only from Hybrid Design. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere, folks. All knotted up at 20 apiece here in St. Augustine. A quick timeout for us here. Flagler showing a full court press out of the timeout. It'll be Petrie inbounding for the Hurricanes. He's looking for Jalen Johnson. They're going to try and trap. He is too good for that. He finds Kuntz to Petrie. Jordan mishandles it, but he still gets it underneath. He's going to try with the left-handed floater. No good. Great hustle by Tyler Collier to corral that rebound. So Manning the other way. Gives it to Tyler Collier up top. Now it's Barr in the post. Oh, they're going to call a charge on Barr. He said he got hit in the face. He did not like that call. Either way, it's going to be Hurricanes ball. Both teams still at 20 apiece. What started off as an offensive barrage has turned into a defensive stalemate here in the first half. Jalen Johnson up top. He fires over to Kuntz. Kuntz drives left, and they're going to get Mason Manning with another foul. So both teams now at 4 fouls each, just over midway through this first half. 2 very strong free throw shooting teams, so you don't want to be the one that lets your opponent get into the bonus. Johnson inbounding. And a nice play there by Justin Reed. No, but it's stolen. Oh, my. They're calling a foul there, and then Justin Reed grabbed the jersey of Jalen Barr. Jalen Barr getting beat up in this first half. He is not happy with that. He thinks it should be a clear path foul. And they're going to call it. Well, they're going to say it's on the floor prior to that. An interesting call. Jalen Barr disagrees. But either way, Flagler will have possession. All right, so out of that little mix-up there, Malik Bryant over to Barr. Collier up top. Hands it off to Bryant. Oh, he drew a double, had Figueroa for a second. Barr with 11 on the shot clock. Working in the post, tries to spin around. They're going to say it went out of bounds. And Jalen Barr trying to do a little too much there, but I like the idea. He's been able to get baseline here so far. So still 20 apiece, under 9 to play. Hurricanes with the ball. It's Jordan. Hands it to Kuntz. Kuntz with the mid-range. And they're going to get Mason Manning again. That's going to be his second foul going up. It'll be Christian Kuntz. Great job of drawing that contact. Manning didn't like it. So they're going to call that every time. Kuntz' first free throw is good. Rattles off the front and back of the rim. Spencer Bain and Destin Clark will check back in. Barr and Manning will leave the game. Kuntz' second attempt is good. So we finally broken the 2020 scoreless tie. Georgia Southwestern taking the lead by 2. Bain will take the ball up the court. It's Bryant over to Figueroa on the wing. Bryant looking to drive. Nope. He's going to save it from going back court. Great hands by this Hurricane defense. Bryant going in with the floater over 2 defenders. Malik Bryant, what a take. Spinning and winning with that floater. Excellent play by Malik Bryant. We are all tied up again. Reed over to Kuntz. Kuntz drives right. He goes up, no good. Reed, almost came down with it, but it lands in the arms of Spencer Bain. He'll take it the other way. Feeds it to Bryant, who thought about it. Get their feet tangled up, he and Petrie. He's going to give it to Destin Clark. Clark backing his man down, it's Kuntz. Fires over to Figueroa, who shoots. No good. So Figueroa a little cold early on here, not something we normally see. He does have the 1 triple. Johnson almost lost that one. Reed's going to give him the ball back. Johnson over to Kuntz. Uses the pick. 10 on the shot clock. Kuntz fires the triple. No good. Right to Spencer Bain. Gives it to Clark, who takes it over midcourt. Oh, they thought he was giving it to Figueroa. What a play by Destin Clark. A little hidden ball trick there to give the Saints the lead by 2. Very heads-up play by Clark. You saw them go to double-team Figueroa, expecting the 3 ball. And Jordan going up is fouled. Actually, probably a smart foul there by Destin Clark, not giving him an easy layup.
Foul zone number 3, Spencer Bain.
So we're going to have another timeout on the court. The score 24-22. The Flagler Saints lead Georgia Southwestern. About 6:56 to play here. Out of the timeout, we'll see Jalen Jordan shooting 2 free throws. Hey, once again, enjoy our Flagler cheerleaders. We're going to thank a few more of our wonderful sponsors. First, Applebee's. Half-price appetizers only at Applebee's. Boy, is that a personal favorite right there. And then how about Jersey Mike's? Stop into Jersey Mike's, get the number 7, and be sure to get it Mike's way. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere, folks. So out of the timeout here in St. Augustine, once again the score is 24-22. Flagler leads with just under 7 to go in the first half. We're going to see Jalen Jordan shooting his first 2 free throws of the day. Comes into play shooting just under 65%, so solid but not spectacular on the season.
Jalen Jordan.
And he's going to hit his first one. So it makes it a 1-point game. And second attempt is good. Rattles on home. Boom Reeves checking in for the Saints. The first time we've seen him today. Giving Omar Figueroa and Tyler Collier a break. Bryant up top with the ball. Clark in the high post. He's looking to feed. Gets it to Bryant. Over to Bain. Oh, and a miscommunication between Bain and Reeves. Reeves started the cut. Bain started to pass. It goes out of bounds. An unforced error for the Saints. So Jalen Johnson bringing the ball up. He'll hand it off to Justin Mondin. Oh, almost pickpocketed there by Bain. Jalen Jordan goes up. No good, but it falls into the arms of Petrie. A great follow and finish. And it's been a back and forth game. Georgia Southwestern now on top by 2. Dustin Clark drives left. Great feed to Boom Reeves. Reeves goes up with the left hand. An impressive finish off the glass by Boom Reeves, his first bucket of the game. And another beautiful assist from Destin Clark, always looking to distribute. Johnson goes left. He fires over to Kuntz. Kuntz thought about it. He's going to drive himself. And great defense by Bucknight as Reeves gets the rebound. Reaching in was Kuntz, but Flagler hangs onto the ball. Clark, oh, what a play. Swinging it around, it's Bryant to Bain. No good. Great rebound by Reeves. Boom, Reeves, oh, no good on the putback. And Destin Clark, excellent steal and save. And this time we're going to get a foul on Georgia Southwestern. Probably should have been a few there as they trip up Clark. Nonetheless, a lot going on there. Boom Reeves barely misses the layup. Clark with the interception, then gets knocked to the ground. All that to tell you we have Flagler ball on the far side. They'll be inbounding. Just over 5 to play. All knotted up at 26. Clark over to Reeves. Bain inside to Clark. He is doubled. Even with the double, it is blocked. It'll remain with the Saints. And they're looking to double team Destin Clark early and often, especially the closer to the basket that he gets. They want to keep him outside. He's much more dangerous when he backs his man down. And Destin Clark trying again. No good. Gets his own rebound. Draws the foul. Petrie goes up. Clark with a beautiful pump fake or two. And he is going back to the free throw line, trying to give Flagler the lead here with 4:46 to go.
Making his way to the foul line for the Saints will be number 15, Destin Clark. And he'll shoot 2.
So once again, it's Clark, 2 for 3 from the line today. And no good on that attempt. So we'll see Omar Figueroa check back in for the Saints. He'll replace Spencer Bain. And then Bryce Turner checks back in for the Canes. They're only going to have Boom Reeves down low, are the Saints, so they're fully expecting Clark to make this one. And Clark is good on the second. So Flagler takes a 1-point lead here. Like we said, back and forth first half, a lot of good defense. And the offense has had to work for any bucket that they've had. Figueroa playing some great defense there on Mondin. Oh, they're going to call a foul, likely on Boom Reeves. Yeah, they're going to get Reeves there, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for Bryce Turner.
Stepping to the foul line for the Hurricanes.
Bryce Turner, 60% free throw shooter on the season, so not the worst person to foul if you're the Saints. And he misses the first one, and Destin Clark grabs the rebound. So into the bonus territory, but it doesn't hurt the Saints just yet. Clark backing his way down. Oh, great feed into Boom Reeves with the finish off the glass. Destin Clark, an incredible display of passing so far. He's had a couple like that. Patrie's going to hand it off to Johnson. Look for Johnson to try and take it himself. Yes, and he will with the left hand, and he wanted the foul there too. What a finish there by Jalen Johnson. Clark driving. Goes up himself, too easy for Destin Clark. He says Bryce Turner's too small, even though Turner has about a 4 or 5 inch height advantage on him. Just goes to show how good Destin Clark is at creating space and finishing strong. Johnson feeds Kuntz inside. Kuntz backing down Bucknight. They're tangled up. Kuntz comes out with it, unable to make the floater. Bryce Turner finishes with the layup. And the Flagler coaching staff wanted a foul there as Bucknight went down. Malik Bryant will be the one to take it up the court. Just over 3 to play. The score 31-30. Flagler in the lead. Bryant out to Figueroa. Bucknight up top. Defended by Mondin. Bucknight fires. No good. Jalen Johnson will take it the other way. So Mondin has it on the wing. Using the pick from Turner, he fires. Oh, no good. Barely even hit the net. And the Flagler crowd's going to let him hear that one. We're going to have a timeout on the court once again. The score 31-30, 2:36 to play in the first half. 2.5 minutes to go. We'd like to thank one more of our wonderful sponsors. Hey, Salt Life Food Shack. Eat, play, and be salty. Only at Salt Life. We'll be back in a second, folks. Don't go anywhere. The rest of the first half coming up after this. Hey fans, welcome back to St. Augustine, Florida. Now if you're hungry after this game, check out 123 Burger House, grilling and chilling at 123 Burger House. Boy, a personal favorite of mine. Hey, the score 31-30, Flagler leads. We've said it, it's a back and forth first half. As Bucknight's able to take it over midcourt, defended by Mondin. Barr up top to Collier, swings it over to Bryant. He looks inside for Barr, unable to get, no, now he will feed him. Barr backing his way down. He does have Collier. Oh, what a look to Collier, who was patiently waiting. What a block, though, by Jalen Jordan. And the little two-man game there from Barr and Collier almost paid dividends. They've been looking at that all day. It's Jaquan Moore who's blocked. Jalen Barr with the block. A great drive by Moore, but Jalen Barr able to get up. And it's Malik Bryant down the lane. He draws the foul, and he'll be going to the line to shoot a couple. And that's going to be on Jaquan Moore. He just checked back into the game. He was already in foul trouble. Well, now he's up to 3 fouls. And still with about 2 minutes to go here in the first half. It'll be Malik Bryant at the line. His first one is good. Yeah, Malik Bryant, one of the better free throw shooters on this team. In fact, he's first on the team in free throw percentage, 82% coming into play. That's good for 6th in the Peach Belt Conference. So not a guy you want to see go to the line if you are the Hurricanes. Bryant's second shot is good. And the lead is up to 3. So Johnson's going to let Mondin take this one up the court. Haven't seen much of Jalen Johnson, or at least as much as we thought we would. Only 4 points in this first half so far. Mondin drives. Great play by Malik Bryant. Malik Bryant fouled again. This time it's by Johnson. And Malik Bryant's going to go back to the line to shoot two. Well, you know, there's a lot of active hands in the Peach Belt Conference, just the style of play down here. Malik Bryant just made an excellent play. And he is good on the first one, rattles on home. So it'll be Tim Hall Jr. checking in for Mondin. Georgia Southwestern going to go a little bigger to round out this first half. Malik Bryant no good on the second. So a rare miss on a free throw from Malik Bryant. Don't think we'll see that much more today. 34-30 the score, under a minute and a half of play. Johnson feeds it to Jordan. Hall in the corner, feeds it to Kuntz. Kuntz drives left. Over Collier, no good. What a strong rebound by Jalen Barr. He's able to get it out to Jax Bachknight. Out to Figueroa in the corner. Oh, no good. It'll be Georgia Southwestern ball going the other way. So a minute to play in this first half. It's been an exciting one, back and forth from the beginning. Johnson taking his time here. He'll drive left. Pops it back out. Wanted to shoot. Well defended by Bryant, though. Kuntz looking inside. Nope. He'll give it back to Johnson, who fires from well downtown. Jalen Johnson, a confident shot. And a smart play by Bachknight to roll that one out there so that they get the last shot. What a smart play there by Bachknight. And so Flagler will hold for the last shot. If all things stay true, they will go into the half with the lead. Just depends on by how much. And Jax is going to call a timeout with 9.7 to play. Flagler's going to draw something up here, likely just a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay with you here and thank a few more of our wonderful sponsors. First, Sniffin' and Spellman, PA. If you need legal services, check out Sniffin' and Spellman. Capital Financial Strategies. And finally, let's thank the McLeod firm, another group of attorneys who we appreciate so very much. So 34-33, Flagler likely drawing up one last play. It's going to be interesting to see if they want to get an easy bucket underneath or if they're going to draw up something from three-point range. They're likely going to have an outlet pass regardless if their first option doesn't work out. So it'll be Bachknight on the inbound. Webster checks in. Gets it to Malik Bryant. 7 on the clock. Bryant drives. Oh, and he loses control. Kuntz the other way. Loses control himself. And Petrie cannot get it off in time. Oh my goodness, a weird series of events. But either way, the score remains unchanged. 34-33 here at the half. Don't go anywhere, folks. This has been an exciting match between Flagler and Georgia Southwestern. All right, fans, welcome back to St. Augustine, Florida. We're here at Flagler Gymnasium. Once again, the score 34-33. The Flagler Saints lead the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. It was a back-and-forth first half. Get ready, folks. We should have a very exciting finish to this game. It's the finale of Peach Belt Conference play here, the last regular season game of the season. Looks like Flagler's locked into the 4 seed. If they win, they will be the 4 seed. Georgia Southwestern right now currently in the 6th slot. So 2 pretty similar teams. However, Flagler has had the leg up. In their first meeting, Georgia Southwestern was able to get the victory 73-67 in Americus, Georgia.
All right, welcome back to second half action.
And we are underway here in the second half.
Of our doubleheader this afternoon on Senior Day.
It's Bachnight, Barr, Bryant, Collier, and Bain in for the Saints, and they're going to get Jalen Jordan the first foul of this half as Jalen Barr goes to the ground. So that's a second foul on Jordan. He didn't like that call. So Bachnight inbounding the ball. Finds Collier, hands it back off to Jax. Collier underneath. And they're going to call a travel on that one. Interesting call. Collier felt he was fouled as he was backing down. It looks like he may have slipped as they're looking to dry off a part of the court. That was a problem in the earlier game as well. A shout out to the Flagler College event staff for doing a fine job drying off that court. Should be safe to play now. So the Hurricanes walk the ball up the court. It's Jalen Johnson joined by Tim Hall Jr., Deontay Petrie, Jalen Jordan, and Christian Kuntz. Kuntz has it, hands it back to Johnson. Johnson dribbles right. Oh, he wanted the triple. Bryant closed out him nicely. Here's Jordan. They're going to give a charge to Jordan as he knocks down Collier. Heads up play by Collier to set his feet and go down. And that's now 2 quick fouls, both against Jalen Jordan. He's now up to 3, so that's something to monitor, especially if you're Aaron Coombs, the head coach of Georgia Southwestern. Bain on the wing. Nice cut by Bachnight, but well defended by Johnson and Jordan, the 2 Jalens. Barr to Collier. Pump fakes. No good. That has been there. Just unable to finish a couple of these. Jordan's so large. Tough to get a shot around him. Petrie, the lefty. Dribbles baseline. Oh, he lost control out of bounds. And so far it's been a series of turnovers and missed baskets for both teams. The score still 34-33. No buckets here in the last minute 15. Bachnight has it, gives it to Collier in the high post. Collier to Bachnight, who fires, no good. Rebounded by Barr, no good. Oh, and nice save there by Petrie. Gets it into Johnson. So Barr got the offensive rebound, thought he was able to just go up with the tip slam. No good, though. Kuntz, a little shimmy. He's just going to give it out to Petrie. Johnson fires. No good, and Collier unable to corral it. Kuntz with the mid-range. It is good. The first bucket of the second half comes with just over 18 to play. And it's Christian Kuntz giving the Hurricanes a lead. Barr with a nice pump fake and the finish off the glass. And Flagler answers quickly to retake the lead. Jalen Johnson using the pick from Hall. Hall cuts. Now he's using the pick from Jordan. He wanted it. Fires over to Petrie. Jordan, I don't know who he was throwing it to. Must have slipped out of his hands. It'll be Jaquan Moore with 3 fouls checking into the game for the Hurricanes. On the other side, it's Destin Clark for the Flagler Saints. Clark already 11 points on the game. Bain up top to Barr. He thought about it. He's going to fire. No good. Into the waiting arms of Jaquan Moore. So Jalen Johnson with the ball looking to distribute. Fires over to Jordan. Jordan looking to drive on Smith. On Clark. They're going to call the foul. And Jordan is going to get a chance at a three-point play.
Number 15, Destin Clark. Stepping on the foul line is number 23,
Jalen Jordan, just under 65% from the stripe. He's 0 for 1 on that one. So it remains a one-point game. These two teams just trading baskets. Feels like it's a continuation of that first half. Destin Clark dribbles, dishes it out to Bryant. Bryant on the wing, dribbles left, spins. Oh, what a play by Malik Bryant, using the pivot foot beautifully. And Flagler's back in front. 38-37, just under 16:40 to play here in the second half. Jaquan Moore inside to Jordan. Jordan unable to finish, rebounded by Jax Bachknight. A great dish down low to Bain. Bryant, Smith up top, Clark up top. They call Spencer Bain for a 3-second violation. Malik Bryant telling Destin Clark he should have just went up with that one, but a heads-up play to find Spencer Bain underneath. Jaquan Moore with the ball. Finds Hall, he almost drops it. Goes back to Jordan with the left hand, no good. Rebounded by Barr. Up to Jax. Oh, behind the back from Jax, no good. A lot of nice plays here for the Flagler offense, but just unable to finish. Oh, Kuntz thought about it. He drives, almost loses possession. He does. And we're going to get a jump ball in the court. Now the ball will stay with the Hurricanes. And we're going to have our first media timeout of the second half. So, hey, it remains a back-and-forth matchup here in St. Augustine. Before we go to break, I want to thank Holmes and Brockle. Make space for more with Holmes and Brockle. And additionally, let's thank Vested Metals. I didn't know metals are wearing vests now, but they are. Hey, we'll be right back in a second, folks. Don't go anywhere. The score 38-37 with 15:41 to play here in St. Augustine. Coming out of the timeout here, the score 38-37. Flagler leads with 15:41 to go. This second half is brought to you by Northeast Florida Regional Airport. Hey, as a personal user of Northeast Florida Regional Airport, one of the best. Definitely in my top 3 nationwide. The ball's inbounded to Tim Hall. Hall dribbles left over to Jaquan Moore. Moore decides he's going to fire. No good. Destin Clark comes down with the rebound. And he'll take it the other way. Oh, a little miscommunication there, but Bachknight able to get there. Spencer Bain up top to Clark, over to Bryant on the wing. Barr hands it off to Bain. Good defense there. Oh, great pass. An excellent pass by Jax Bachknight. Barr almost finished with the slam, but Tim Hall fouls him. Probably a smart foul. You don't want to get this bench riled up. But Jalen Barr will go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on Tim Hall Jr. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is Jalen Barr. He'll shoot 2.
Jalen Barr 1 for 2 on the day from the line. And now make it 1 for 3. The second attempt from Barr is good. So a 2-point lead for the Saints, 39-37. Just about a quarter of the way through this second half of play. Petrie over to Moore. It's Hall with the ball. He's looking to distribute. It's Johnson who fires. And there it is. Jalen Johnson for 3. Jalen Johnson, that's his second three-pointer of the game. Only had one in the first half. I'm sure we'll see a lot more from him trying to get going. Oh, and a miscommunication from Spencer Bain and Malik Bryant. Checking back in is Jalen Jordan, as well as Omar Figueroa for Flagler. So it's Figueroa, Bachknight, Mason Manning also checks in, and then Destin Clark and Jalen Barr, the 5 for the Saints. Kuntz over to Petrie. To Jalen Jordan. Oh, they all collapse on him, and yeah, they're going to get Jaquan Moore with the foul there. He reached in. Aaron Coombs cannot believe that call, but so that's already 4 fouls in the second half for Georgia Southwestern. They got to be careful. Don't want to get into an early bonus here. Bachknight will bring it up. Tries to use a screen from Clark. Oh, he had Figueroa. Clark didn't realize it. Oh, Clark thought about the drive, thought about the shot. Now he will drive. Gets the edge. Beautiful finish from Destin Clark. Clark so patient whenever he drives. He's up to 11 points on the day. He also had 3 assists in that first half. We'll see a lot more of that from him. And who else? Jalen Johnson's starting to heat up. That's his second 3 bucket of the half. The Hurricanes lead by 2. It's been the 3 ball from Johnson so far in this half. And how about Destin Clark trying to answer with one of his own? No good. Rebounded by who else? Jalen Johnson. Oh, great hands there. Clark driving, and it is in! Destin Clark, another layup there. That was probably the highest degree of difficulty we've seen on one of his shots today. He's up to 15 points, and we are all knotted up at 43. Jordan looking to feed. He has Kuntz. Oh, what a finish by Kuntz. Jalen Barr went up looking to send that one into the stands. Kuntz able to kiss it off the glass. Bachknight dribbles baseline. He's running in circles here. He feeds it to Clark underneath. Clark looks out to Barr, who thought about it, but he's going to go into the lower post. Barr on the fadeaway, no good. And they're going to get another foul on Mason Manning, who cannot believe it. Arguably the smallest guy on the court. For Manning, that's 3 fouls already. Boom Reeves is going to check in for Jalen Barr. But Mason Manning, the freshman, very frustrated after that call, and rightfully so. Goes Petrie up top. Hands it off to Kuntz. Kuntz dribbles Clark, playing some nice defense on him. Manning sticking with Jalen Johnson. They do not want to let him keep shooting. Oh, Manning, great defense. But Jalen Jordan able to finish over Boom Reeves there, The lead is now 47-43 for the Hurricanes. Jax drives right. Oh, and it is sent by Jaquan Moore. Boy, Jaquan Moore, we've said his name a lot. That is a freshman who has a bright future. in college basketball. Timeout on the floor. The score 47-43. Flagler trails. 11:53 to go. Hey, enjoy this performance from the Flagler cheer team. We'll be back in a second, folks. Fans, welcome back to St. Augustine. In the background, you hear the brilliant performance from the Flagler College Band. Shout out to the Flagler College Band. They have been excellent all season. This second half is brought to you by Atlantic Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. It was Ram Truck Month, not anymore, but we can still pretend that it is. So Mason Manning will inbound the ball. Manning into Bachknight, up to Figueroa, who thought about it. He drives left. Out to Reeves, back to Figueroa. They're trying to get him going from three, and he is not able to get separation. It's Bachknight, almost loses it on the fadeaway. It is good, Jax Bachknight, what a shot. And it looked like that play kind of eroded there, if you will. No problem for Jax Bachknight. He hits the fadeaway from around the free throw line, makes it a 2-point game, and they're going to get Destin Clark for a foul there. Bit of a mismatch, him on Jalen Jordan, but Destin Clark plays larger than he is. So we'll see what Coach Aaron Coombs draws up for his Hurricanes. Aaron Coombs in his 5th season. And this one's inbounded to Jalen Jordan. Mason Manning reaches in. Causes some disruption there. They'll have to fire it back out to Jalen Johnson. You got to watch the deep three from Johnson. He's going to drive right, feeds it into Jordan, who cannot finish. Falls into the hands of Mason Manning, and Jalen Johnson's going to get caught with the foul. He just smacked Mason Manning's wrist. That's the 3rd foul on Jalen Johnson, so another one to watch here. He and Jordan both with 3 fouls, and then Jaquan Moore already with 4. And all 3 of them on the court. Very aggressive decision by Coach Coombs. And Clark drives right. Moves into the double team. He's trying to feed Bachknight down low. Manning out to Clark. Manning in the corner. No good, but Clark with a putback. His understanding of space and his body control are so impressive play after play. And Destin Clark with the rebound and the putback, he's up to 17 points to tie this game up. Jordan, a nice backdoor pass to Johnson. Out to Moore. Moore fires, it is good. Jaquan Moore with the baseline 3. And it's now 50-47 as Georgia Southwestern is going to call a timeout. Before we go to timeout, one more sponsor we would like to thank, Caldwell Banker. Premier Properties only at Caldwell Banker. Call 904-824-5000. Caldwell Banker. We'll be back in a second. Enjoy the Flagler cheer team once again.
You can depend on.
All right, fans, out of the timeout here, we're back at the Clark Family Court at Flagler College. 50-47 the score. Georgia Southwestern leads with 10:17 to play. Flagler inbounding. It's Jax Bachknight coming up the court with the ball, defended by Justin Mondin. Mondin sticking with him. Bachknight with a pump fake. Oh, he had Figueroa. Figueroa's going to shoot it anyways. No good. Bryce Turner with the rebound. Mondin brings it up. Defended by Bachknight. Oh, Manning fell for the pump. But great help defense by Boom Reeves. Heads up play by Manning to save that one. They're going to get it to Destin Clark up the other way. And Clark is mauled under the basket there. But it looked to be all clean. And they're going to call another foul on Mason Manning. And I can't imagine he's too thrilled about that one.
Fouls on number 2, Mason Manning.
And yeah, they're going to have to take Manning out. Another foul for him as Jaquan Moore goes back to the line. Collier, Bryan, and Barr check back in. So the Hurricanes starting to break away a little bit. This would go a long way, completing the three-point play. Moore's free throw. Oh, in and out. Nice little break there for the Saints. The Saints haven't been able to get much going offensively. The three ball has not been there this second half. And it wasn't there in a big way in the first half either, if we're being fair. And Barr unable to finish again. Getting a lot of good looks inside, just unable to finish. Remains a 5-point game, about 9 to play here. Moore dribbles in, Petrie spins, has Moore outside. Yep, there's Kuntz. Just misses that one. Bryant's going to collect the rebound and take it the other way. Malik Bryant spinning. And they're going to get a foul there. Bit of a soft foul, but lucky for Malik Bryant, he made a nice play in the lane. They're going to get Bryce Turner on that one.
Number 15, Bryce Turner.
So Malik Bryant will go back to the line, the best free throw shooter on the Flagler Saints. If he can make both of these, it's back to a one-possession game.
He'll shoot 2.
Oh, and he missed the first. Bryant, his second free throw is good, so 4 for 6 on the day. Still a 4-point game, 2 possession. Mondin will bring it up. Mondin over to Moore. Moore fires, misses right to Malik Bryant. And Bryant, a little too much steam there as he loses control, but so does Mondin. And they're going to get Mondin with a foul as he brought Bryant to the ground. We'll separate the players here. I don't know if the ball is slippery or something. Maybe the ground's slippery, as we're going to have the event staff back out to dry off the court.
Fouls on number 12, Justin Mondin. Stepping to the foul line is number 12.
So Mondin will come out. It'll be Malik Bryant back at the line. He'll be shooting 1-1 here. And he nails the first one. So 5 of 7 on the day for Malik Bryant. Bryant's second free throw attempt is good. So those are some clutch free throws there by Malik Bryant. A 2-point game. Flagler just hanging around in this one. Kuntz up top to Johnson. Johnson to Kuntz on the wing. He drives. Puts down his shoulder into Bachknight, who's playing some excellent defense on him. No good on that attempt. Jalen Barr with the rebound. Bryant going the other way. Figueroa in the corner for the lead. No good. Rebounded by Bucknight. No foul call there. They're going to let him play on here. Bucknight almost loses it. Oh, nice crossover there. And what a finish with the left-hand scoop by Jax Bucknight. He gets up and has something to say to Jalen Johnson after that one. A terrific finish there from Jax, and we are all knotted up at 52 apiece. And they just called Jax Bucknight for a block there. I mean, Blake Selland, bring him on over to the bench. You don't want him arguing with the ref, but that was an interesting call nonetheless. Either way, an exciting second half, 52-52, 7:27 to play. We're going to take a timeout here, folks. It should be an exciting finish here in St. Augustine. Don't go anywhere. Folks, out of the timeout here in St. Augustine. Once again, the score all knotted up at 52-52. Flagler and Georgia Southwestern. First and second half have been a lot of the same, back and forth. Both teams in the bonus. Oh, excuse me, just Flagler in the bonus. As Collier gets that rebound, hands it to Bucknight. So Bucknight will bring it up the court, directing traffic. He takes it with the left. Great pass out to Figueroa. He has Bryant. One more to Collier. The triple. It is good! Tyler Collier on senior day with a huge triple to give the Saints a 3-point lead. They had been waiting for that one. No one was hitting threes all day. 1 for 11 in that first half. And Tyler Collier with a much-needed bucket there as Jalen Johnson with an aggressive three-pointer. He misses the shot. Oh! And no foul there as Barr has it stripped away from him on the baseline. And it's thrown away, and Johnson just ran right into Omar Figueroa. And the Hurricanes need to be careful because that's going to be the 4th foul on Jalen Johnson. Yeah, they're going to call it on Johnson. That is now 4 for him. He and Moore both one away from fouling out. And lucky for Flagler, they are in the bonus, so that'll send Omar Figueroa to the free throw line. Figueroa only 3 points, has 1 3-pointer, and that is it. So here's hoping he can add to his total.
Stepping to the foul line is number 1, Omar Figueroa.
Omar nails the first one, a huge bucket to make it a 2-possession game. Figueroa on the year only shooting about 63%. For as good of a shooter as he is, he's only solid from the free throw line, but he's 2 for 2 today. So a 5-point lead for the Saints. It went from 5 points for Georgia Southwestern, now 5 points. Flagler's up after the 10-point run. Johnson, Petrie, nice adjustment to get there. Johnson back up top. He's calling for Hall to set a pick. Petrie dribbles. Oh, nice play by Bachnight. He reached in. May have gotten a little bit of Petrie. They're not going to call it. Underneath it's Hall. No good. He gets his own rebound. Is good on the follow. So well defended by Destin Clark. The ball just so happened to fall right into the hands of Tim Hall Jr. He's back to a 3-point game. Bachnight working on Jaquan Moore. Collier up top. Bachnight outside. He thought about it. Drives right. Oh, tries to dish it to Destin Clark and gets the ball back. Jax Bachnight from the corner. No good. Way off target there. And what's the call on the floor? The Flagler fans want to travel. They'll get a jump ball, so they'll get possession anyways. Wow, a peculiar series of events there. And they may need the event staff back out to dry off that part of the court. There's been a lot of slipping around, and here they come. Yeah, Jalen Johnson letting them know where it is. But regardless, it will be Flagler basketball. They'll inbound on the near side here. 5:26 to play. 3-point game. Flagler leads. Well, the leading scorer in this game has been Destin Clark, 17 points. Right behind him, Christian Kuntz for Georgia Southwestern has 15. So Brian inbounds it to Jax. Jax to Clark. Collier up top. He looks for Figueroa. Figueroa fires from the wing. No good. Oh, it looked good from our angle. Figueroa just unable to get going in this game. You got to think he will hit a big three-pointer at some point. Johnson hands it off to Jaquan Moore behind the back. Out to Kuntz. Kuntz to Jordan. Oh, and an interesting play as Collier gets elbowed in the stomach and goes down. No call, and then Tim Hall's just waiting there. Has to step over him for the layup. So, once again, we're going to try and dry off the court here. A lot of strange events going on in this game. A lot of people falling to the ground. So it's a one-point game. Bachnight coming up the court. Figueroa to Collier. Back to Bachnight. They're swinging it to Bryant. Bryant spins. Pump fakes. He makes the bucket. They're going to get him on a travel. And the boos start to rain down here in St. Augustine. They did not like that call. It looks like he may have moved that pivot foot just ever so slightly from our angle, but as always, our officials have the best view. And like we've said throughout the game, back and forth, and wouldn't expect anything left. 4.5 to play. Flagler leads 57-56. It's Jaquan Moore driving right. Moore with a pump fake, a nice left-handed floater, no good. And Destin Clark, a strong board, comes down with it. And it's popped out right to Figueroa. And he completes the layup to give the Saints a 3-point lead. And with that, we'll have a timeout on the floor. 59-56 with 4:13 to play. We'll be right back after this, folks. right, fans, we are back following that layup from Omar Figueroa to extend the Flagler lead to 3 points, 59-56. 4:13 to play here in the second half. The Hurricanes will have the ball. It's Jalen Johnson, the senior from Durham, North Carolina, in his final regular season Peach Belt Conference game of his career. Lucky to be in St. Augustine. Inside to Jordan. Jordan, and it's... Oh, and Balknight made a nice play there. And they're going to call it on Balknight. That's a play both teams have made many times today. And Coach Selland not happy with that call. Johnson directing traffic. He drives left. Tries the fadeaway, but instead passes it. Oh, a beautiful pass back by Johnson. Or excuse me, by Jordan to Johnson. Makes it a 1-point game. So 3.5 to play. Every defensive stop is huge for both teams. Bryan up top to Collier. Oh, nice pass by Collier. Inside to Figueroa. And it is good. Figueroa inside. Phenomenal pass there. And an even better cut and finish by Omar. So it's Jalen Johnson up top. He is defended by Barr. Johnson drives left. He'll take it himself. No good. Rebounded by Jordan. Tries to slam it. Is unable to. And Figueroa has it going the other way. Balknight will slow things down. And that was a humongous stop. And Jalen Barr's coming up, moving a little slowly. He's a bit shaken up. Out to Figueroa. He pump fakes for the triple. It is good! Omar Figueroa putting the Saints on his back, and he just hits a massive three-pointer to extend the Saints' lead to 6. So another timeout on the floor, but the score is now 64-58, a huge turn of events, all on the back of Omar Figueroa. And we will not go to break here. Just a quick timeout on the floor, it looks like. So how about Omar Figueroa? With a huge layup to make it 59, then another layup to make it 61, and then how about a step-back three to give him a 6-point lead. We know he's a three-point specialist. We said he was going to probably hit a big one at some point, and he just did. So 2:24 to play. Plenty of time for Georgia Southwestern. Just need a basket. Can't use up too much time, but also don't want to rush it. Let's see how Coach Coombs has his team play this one out. So Johnson facilitating up top. Guarded by Barr. Johnson now with Balknight on him. He goes right. Balknight slams it down into the ground. Johnson had a little bit of space. Balknight stayed with him the whole time and sent that one directly into the floor. So 8 on the shot clock. It's Jordan. He drives, it goes off his heel, and Barr gets it on the floor. Incredible awareness to just pass it to Balknight. And now with under 2 minutes to play, Flagler in no hurry to get a shot off. Figueroa over to Barr. Bryant on the wing. Feeds it to Collier, who dishes back to Bryant. In the corner to Barr. Nope. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Balknight's just going to let it go. No good. And they're going to call a foul. I wonder who they're going to call this against. So it looks like it will be. Yeah, it's going to be against Jalen Jordan. As Jalen Barr went to the ground, Barr will shoot 1 and 1.
Stepping to the foul line Saints is number 23, Jalen Barr.
Barr's first attempt is good. Even though he's a bit shaken up, still able to shoot that one. And the lead is up to 7. That is a massive bucket. The second free throw from Barr misses right. And Jordan has it. Passes over to Jalen Johnson. So the Hurricanes need to get going here if they want to have a chance in this one. Down 7, under 120 to play. Johnson shimmying, trying to get open here. Looks like a little two-man. They know they want to give the ball to Jalen Johnson. And they're going to call a foul. I'm not exactly sure who it's on. Looks like they'll get Malik Bryant. So Tim Hall Jr. will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Tim Hall Jr.
Didn't see how they got tied up down there, but it was between Hall and Bryant. 1:06 to play. This is huge from the freshman, and a very confident stroke there as he makes it a 6-point game. Second attempt from Hall is good. Georgia Southwestern only 1 timeout remaining, so you know they're going to use that wisely. And we're officially at the 1 minute mark. 1 minute left in this game. Bach Knight over midcourt. The Saints lead by 5. And a reach in by Jaquan Moore. Ball goes out of bounds, so they'll inbound from the side. Will the Saints. 18 on the shot clock, 53.4 to go in regulation. Brian inbounds, gets it out to Jax. Under 50 now to play. 10 on the shot clock. Bach Knight using it. And Barr unable to finish, and Collier gets the offensive rebound. Tyler Collier with an exceptional performance here on Senior Day. And Bach Knight toying with Christian Kuntz, and finally they're going to foul him. That was about 7 or 8 seconds that came off the clock there.
Fouls on number 10, Christian Kuntz.
If you're Kuntz, you got to make those fouls a little faster.
Making his way to the foul line for the Saints is number 0. Jax Bach Knight.
Bach Knight will shoot 2 as Flagler's in the double bonus. Bach Knight's first attempt is good. So if he makes this next one, it is going to be very difficult for the Hurricanes to come back in this game. And he does. Bach Knight, very clutch free throws, 21 to play. That should be about all she wrote for Georgia Southwestern, but you never know, especially in the Peach Belt. And a nice drive there by Kuntz, unable to finish. He'll wrap up Jalen Barr, and Jalen Barr and Bach Knight will start to celebrate. Another win for the Saints. 12 seconds to go. If Flagler can hold on, it'll be 5 straight wins to enter the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. And Flagler will be locked into that 4 seed in tournament play. Yeah, their likely opponent will be Augusta. If Augusta stays where they are, which they almost certainly will. And Barr makes the second attempt. Make it an 8-point game. So Jalen Johnson moving up the court. Hey, there's Tim Hall. He'll dunk it home. And it looks like Coach Coombs will call a timeout with 6.6 left to go in this game. So that's going to be a full timeout. So we'll take a break here. Once again, 6.6 on the clock. I'd like to thank one of our final sponsors, the Bailey Group, Insurance, Benefits, and Financial Services. Exciting stuff being done over at the Bailey Group. In addition, Sunshine Realty and Appraisal Services, LLC. Finally, not a sponsor, but we'd like to say thank you to the Flagler cheer team. They have done an excellent job in both the women's and the men's game today. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the seniors on their squad as well. So as we mentioned, next on the agenda, March 6th and 7th, we have the Peach Belt Conference Tournament quarterfinals and then the semis, with the conference final game being 1 week from today on March 9th. Once again, Flagler has locked themselves into the 4 seed, assuming they win this game. So Spencer Bain will inbound. Just need to get the ball inbound. Bain gets it to Figueroa, and they will foul him. Takes exactly 1 second off the clock.
Falls on number 2, Jalen Johnson.
And Jalen Johnson has fouled out of this game. So an admirable performance from Jalen Johnson.
Is number 1, Omar Figueroa.
Figueroa will go back to the line. Misses the first one. He's got 12 points on the game, and he really was the difference down the stretch. Omar Figueroa heated up at the right time for the Saints. He knocks down the second one. So 69-62 the score. Kuntz runs down. The shot goes up. No good. And that'll be all she wrote. Flagler gets the victory by a score of 69-62. A great way to round out senior day here in St. Augustine. Flagler improves to 18-10 overall, 11-7 in the conference. Georgia Southwestern falls to 16-12, 8-10 in PBC play. And next up for both teams, Peach Belt Conference Tournament play, as once again Flagler's locked in the 4 seed. They'll likely play Augusta, but there is a chance they can play Columbus State. For all of us here at Flagler College, I'm Kyle McCarthy. We'd like to thank our fearless leader, John Jordan. We say so long. Thanks for joining us here at Flagler College. Until next time.